Hi guys, welcome. So in today's video, let us learn about an American psychologist, sociologist and philosopher called George Herbert Mead and his concept of mind, self and society. Now, George Herbert Mead emphasizes on how social interactions will shape individual consciousness. He says a self can be divided into two parts, I as well as me. I is the individualistic part that focuses on creativity and spontaneity, whereas me is a socially constructed part that abides by the social norms and social values. Let me explain with the Indian context. If I take the Indian context of self, the me part of the Indian context tells that in my teenagers, I have to be good in the academics. Once I reach the 20s, I have to get a job, I have to get married, I have to have kids, I have to make sure I take care of my family, and I have to plan for my retirement. So this basically is the me part, that is the socially constructed part of myself that gives me the self identity. Whereas the I part basically talks about my adventures, my experiences, the things that I want to explore and the things that I want to experiment. So in the Indian society, when you take the self identity, it is basically shaped by more of me factor and not of I factor. Whereas if you compare the Western societies have equal scope for I as well as me to shape the self identity. Right? So in the current context, if you take the national educational policy, the national education policy tells that I component of the individual self identity must be given enough scope. It must be given enough opportunities for an individual to explore oneself and experience oneself. And also the economy is rapidly changing. The economy is now giving more value to creators, to creativity, to spontaneity, to entrepreneurship and risk taking. Now all this comes with I component of an individual and not the me component of individual. So if Indian society has to progress, if Indian society has to achieve a peak, then we have to give enough scope for I along with me to create a self identity. So this is what is me and I that together creates individual consciousness called self. So I hope it was helpful. You can use this to assess different issues in the society and how those issues will help shape individual consciousness in creating either me or I. I hope it was helpful guys. See you next time. Bye.